Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. Of course, I am Auntie, and I am super excited to be here like I always am. Oh, look who's here tonight.
Hello.
Hello. So how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. We know we just the ding ding. Let me know it's showtime. Well, I was just saying hello and how excited I am to be here tonight. Um, a lot of stuff been going on with Auntie. All right, Mr. Showwide is in the building. Okay, y'all know he not here. He's at work, but he chime in when he can. I don't know. I just got a lot of stuff been going on. 2025 started off with a bang. I see it's doing this thing in 2025. I know for me it is. I know, but I also know that anything I don't put work into, I'm not gonna see nothing from it. So, how you doing, Miss Ma'am?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I agree with you about 2025 and how it has come in with the bang. So, yeah, if you're not putting in that work and doing what you're supposed to do, you're definitely going to see the results of whatever it is you're doing or not doing.
Absolutely, 100% agree. I'm gonna jump right in. I know, like, with as far as me, with Make It Make Sense with Auntie, I know, like, everything been going on in life, but what does it says? I'm here, but not at work. This is Walter. I'm here, but not at work. What up, Rena? Welcome back. Find that man yet? Walter, want to know if you found that man yet, girl.
Hello, Walter. How you doing? I never said I didn't have that man.
That is true. That is true. She did not. That is absolutely true. That it, yeah, yeah. I've run into that before. Yeah, that's true. She never said she didn't have it. But what I was saying, in 2025, a lot has been going on. Again, I'm so appreciative. New beginning, new year. Let's blow it, and we are. I plan on it. I'm walking. I'm continuing to walk by faith. I'm continuing to walk by God. It has been nothing but blessings since the event. The amount of outreach that I have received with people reaching out to me, which I listen, I'm so over ecstatic with all of that going on. So I did make the announcement. If you have a youth organization, youth event, something going on, and you want Auntie to come out, we will definitely come out. We will come out and do the whole experience, the Make It Make Sense with Auntie Self Love. I did, I told y'all about the event. We did not receive the carpet. However, we know that Georgia experienced some weather and stuff going on. So we waiting for the carpet to get down here to Florida. Because it didn't make it to the event. However, the event was still a success with those that did come out. I am looking forward to doing something here in Tampa soon. I would like to do something for Valentine's Day, so we are trying to put that together in works to have something done for Valentine's Day. The kids will come out self-love again, especially that's the day of love. And listen, I know what the day is, the Saint Valentine. I know all that stuff there, but please let's just stop taking the innocence from the kids from all that. If y'all don't teach them that, they don't know that they not thinking about that. Because I feel at this point, yes, a lot of history and stuff is being exposed, being erased. It is a lot going on, but I really feel like a lot of those conversations need to be had at home first anyway with a lot of stuff. So if you don't celebrate, by all means, I understand that. If you do celebrate, I understand that as well. But when I do stuff, it's not about me trying to single out anybody. When I do like a day of love, so we might call it the day of love or something like that on that day, because a lot of times we can say what we want to, but children don't understand. Children don't grasp it. I understand, everybody do stuff for different reasons. There are different religious practices. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't practice none of them. So y'all could get mad at Auntie if y'all want to, but y'all have to accept. I celebrate. I do whatever it is that I do. So I respect whatever be going on. But when I put on stuff, I don't be trying to single out anybody or not include everybody. So if I need to change the day up for the kids to be a part of it, then that's what I'll do. I watched a video. I seen a video with a mother. And she was doing a video, and it was about her daughter. One of her kids went to school with somebody and they didn't celebrate a certain thing that everybody was celebrating, and the child still wanted to go out and give this child something, and the mama told, it broke it down to him, I'm not finna help you go against this parent's wishes of how they feel, when it comes to what they teach their child. But if you want to go and turn and say, well, here go my friendship basket, or here goes something for you because I was thinking about you, then that's something different. So it's not as them celebrating whatever going on. And I'm all for that. So that y'all just be looking forward to me doing a whole lot more of events and a lot of stuff was going on in 2025, because I'm stepping in my fulfillment and my fulfillment, and I'm doing everything God called me to do. And it's like whoever supposed to be there, they gonna be there. Whoever not gonna fall off. I mean, it's just so much going on. Lord, them dream. Man, it's just been a lot going on in 2025. 2025. Listen, it's doing some stuff, and I'm telling you, baby.
Back to the statement you were saying about kids and their beliefs and their parents and their beliefs and what they celebrate. And as a mother who does not celebrate, yet my kids have been exposed,
right,
whether it be by me or others, they still
right,
have been exposed whether I celebrate or not. I do not stop anybody who wants to give my child anything from the kindness of their heart because they love and thinking about my child, just because it's a certain day that I don't celebrate.
right.
I personally do not give out anything. I do not expect anything. But if somebody wants to gift my child something, I do not. I don't know if it's people. Some people think it's rude to not accept. So I'm gonna say I'm not rude. I let my child receive whatever love somebody wants to extend onto them, with also knowing, yes, you received this, but we still know what we practice in this household.
Right. And so I want to go back to Walter's comment, because Walter said that he will feel some type of way. And he says, I feel a certain kind of way if I tell you my kid don't celebrate that and you give them a gift basket, my family, my values, which is 100% absolutely true. That's why I just made the statement that, that if you're okay, so I'm not going to portray anything onto anybody else. I don't. That's not my job. That's not how it is, because first of all, when I celebrate something, a lot of times the meanings behind me celebrating and other people are not going to be the same. Even when it comes to Christmas and different things. See, people celebrate the gifts. I celebrate the family unit. When they celebrate and they tell them, saying about, children done got so crazy out with what they want and all this crazy stuff. People done took it upon that they're expecting to receive something. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but that you can't blame that on the child when that's what they've been raised up and they've been seeing. Now, when it comes to a person with their rules, I understand that 100%. And that's why I started off by saying, when it comes to people and their children, I respect everybody. So I need them to understand that when it comes to Auntie, that's what's going to happen. If you would have came out to my event, you'll see that Auntie gives. That's who I am. So if a child don't celebrate something, there's no way that a child could be a part of anything that I'm doing and they're not going to receive something from me. I said a gift of love because that's where it's coming from, a place of love from me. Now, if a parent chooses to say their child can't have that, I understand that. But then I feel that, and I'm not being funny because I will never deter a person from sending their child around me, but I wouldn't feel right with that child being in my presence around everybody else, because I'm not going to signal a child out and say, your parents don't, they don't approve of this. So everybody else is going to be able to benefit, and I'm going to give them that. And then your child is not going to receive. So yes, I do understand what you're saying, Walter, but you also have to understand where I'm coming from. I'm a person that gives. So to know Auntie is to know that Auntie is going to give. That's what I'm going to do. So, I mean, and I'm not being funny when I say this. That's why people choose not to let their children celebrate or be around certain people. And I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. But you also have to understand that in the world, because you have certain views, that doesn't take away from everybody else. I'm not telling you that you have to accept what's going on, but you can't expect other people not to do certain stuff because your children are going to be a part of the function. So that's why I'm telling you, anything that deal with Auntie do that. Auntie's going to give. So if a person feels some type of way about Auntie giving, then you don't need to be around me because your child is going to receive something from me. Gift of love, whatever. If they don't celebrate, it's a young lady at my job. I mean, I'm not being funny. It's a young lady at my job, and she a young girl. So I asked her because it was getting around time for her birthday. When I asked her the question about her birthday, she what she told me? She said, we don't celebrate birthdays because of her religious. Okay, cool. I understand that. I respect that. I'm with that. So I went to ask her questions, you know what I'm saying? So, with that, because I'm a person, you know what I'm saying? I make, if you might say, call it a judgment. No, I make decisions based on information that I receive. So if I go to a person and somebody tell me something, I'm going to ask questions to further my understanding of why or why not they may not do it. If they don't want to go into that, because I sure say, I ain't trying to pry on your business. I just want to learn more. So by my understandings of speaking to this young lady, she told me my mama don't celebrate Christmas and birthdays because she gives love throughout the year. Cool with that. I'm here for that. I like that. That might be something that I could pick up on. And then she went in to say that around the holiday time, they don't celebrate Christmas and birthdays. Her birthday and Christmas all around that same time frame. But throughout that month, her mama do stuff for them and they do it as a family. So it's not even about the Christmas time. They're still doing something. It's just not done on the date that's significant to everybody else. So It didn't take away from that. So when she said about her birthday, cool. She don't celebrate birthdays. All right then, girl, what you like to do? She told me she likes seafood. Ding, 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 ding. I'm here for that. So me and her scheduled a seafood date. Baby, listen. It ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Not on that day.
Girl, you can call. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But she knows, I know, she had a birthday. She had holidays she couldn't celebrate on that day. And she is the one that practices that. I'm cool with that because I'm a person of love. I respect what she got going on. But I also will look at it to find another way for us to go ahead and do something so don't nobody feel left out. Because I ain't leaving nobody out. I don't care who kids is.
Understandable, and that's how I was growing up too, where we do things around, we do year round, we do month around. So when that day comes, you don't feel any type of way about it, because I grew up in a religion too that did not celebrate any holidays, birthdays, things of that nature. And as I got older and did my own research on things, and I just continued that practice, whether I practice the religion itself or not, based on the history that I've learned. And that's just my stance on it. But everybody has the right to do as they feel in their household.
Right. Okay. So we have a message, comment from Show Out that said men don't expect to get a Valentine's gift. If a man comes around without a gift, doesn't mean he doesn't love her. Make it make sense. Oh, let's definitely make this one make sense, Mr. Show Out, because you yourself know that I am not one that's big on the gifts. I enjoy more of the quality time, more of doing stuff together. Hence, like, me preferably when people be doing all that stuff out there, I'm cool with that. But me for Valentine's Day, being at home, doing arts and crafts, doing the little paint with a twist, little stuff, doing the little stuff. So I really don't expect nobody to buy me nothing. I never expect nobody to buy me nothing. If they do, I'm cool with it.
I can say this. If I take time, because I do have certain people in my life where they take birthdays and certain holidays, it's like 1 or 2 holidays where they take very seriously, like that's their thing. And because I know that about them, I make sure that even though I don't celebrate it, I acknowledge them on that day to let them know, hey, I don't celebrate it, but I respect you. And I know this specific holiday, you really are like gun-ho about. So on this holiday, I give you that for me to express, hey, happy this, or I'm acknowledging you on this day or whatever. So if I take the time out to do that on your behalf, going against what I believe because I love you, then I do expect when certain things come around that I feel is important, or just because that same love is given back to me.
Right. So he said it's for the men who think they are obligated. First of all, there is nobody that's obligated to do anything for anybody, not at no given time. It is a gesture. It is I mean, well, I mean, there are people that do expect people to do stuff, but I mean, and that's for their own reasons. I personally don't feel that anybody has to do anything for anybody unless they choose to do it. So I don't expect people to give me anything. I don't look forward to nobody giving me anything because I know that those are days I could do that for myself. And I'm a person that it truly is like the little things. So when somebody might be out there going, thinking, oh, I got to go spend this amount of money, I got to go do all that. Baby, you can buy me a card. And it's the fact that you went and found me that card. I'm gonna tell you the cutest thing, and people thought it was so crazy. I had a student, I'll never forget it. I had a student, and this little boy was a little terror. He really was. And it wasn't for, you know what I'm saying, his own reasoning, but it was because he was dealing with a whole lot of stuff, family issues, and he was only like 5. Okay, but he was like this terror, like, oh my God, this little boy, you already knew if he was going to have a bad day, you was going to have a bad day, and it was going to go all the way into the night, and you was going to need a drink. That's how bad this situation was. Right. This is how the situation was, because he would crank up when he would like get mad, had these fits. He would be potty trained, but then he would refuse to use the potty, so then he would use the body on the floor. I mean, it was just like some crazy stuff he would do. But one day I was sitting there and I was talking to him, and me and him was having this whole little conversation. And he went, and matter of fact, it was Valentine's Day, and we was doing all the little giving out cards and giving out stuff. And I noticed that he had a box of Valentines, but he didn't want to give it to nobody because all the kids say they didn't want no Valentine for him because he was so mean. And he used to just be doing stuff to the little kids, so nobody wanted his Valentines. So he went outside and picked me one of those little flowers, the ones that the little kids pick. So he went and bought me this little flower, and he brought me this flower. And when he brought me this flower, I just made it a whole big deal about this one little flower. And when I made it this big deal about this flower, he lit up so much that it was like a whole nother little person had just jumped up out of him. And it was like no matter what he would do, every day he would bring me that flower. It was like he would bring me that little flower. He would be bad. Their teachers would come tell me, oh, he doing this. They said, tell them why they shouldn't feel obligated. Just stating for the listeners who is going through this. This man. Anyway, I'll get to you still, right? But the little boy, so I started to understand his family did not celebrate holidays. Number one. When they did decide to celebrate a holiday, you know what I'm saying? It was one that they didn't receive too many things because of the situations in their household. So he just felt like he was rejected all the time. So I felt like, and that's why I tell people, even when it comes to certain holidays, children don't understand that. Some kids just don't understand why everybody else can celebrate. And I'm not trying to go against parents or anything, but a lot of parents don't have those conversations with their kids. And I mean, they don't tell, they might say, oh, because we're religious, this is why. But when they go into that conversation, a lot of parents don't sit down and say, but you do understand that when you go to school now, they're going to do all this stuff at school. All the other kids are going to do this. You might only have a couple of kids in there that feel like you do. So they're not going to understand. And then it's either they feel like they're being bullied, they being judged, because now you got other little kids picking on them because they can't celebrate or they can't be a part. So me, and that go back to Walter, I'm just not comfortable with separating children from doing stuff. So that's just me. But Mr. Show out want me to address why I feel that nobody is obligated when it comes to Valentine's Day. So it gets messy. It has a tendency to get messy, but I've been posting and I've been seeing some videos and some certain stuff and some questions that's going around. But technically, unless y'all married, unless that's something that y'all do and that it's agreed upon that this is what we're gonna do, this is something that we want to be a part, then you can't expect other people to want or to act or respond the way that you do. So just because you choose to, just because you, or you or your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, because that's something that you like to do, just like we was just talking about with the holidays. When you go into a relationship, and I know a lot of people don't ask that question in the beginning of the relationship. I know they won't sit there and they don't ask them types of questions. I do, but they don't ask them types of questions. They when you meet somebody, do you ask them, do you celebrate Christmas? Do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Do you celebrate these holidays? No. But then when them days come, you expect something. Yes,
I
ma'am.
say no in the past, but being that I want to now meet people in alignment with what I have going on in my life, I am starting
Uh-huh.
to ask more questions that I never asked before so that we can have that understanding way ahead of time before any issues occur later.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, and those are the conversations that a lot of people are afraid or don't have. And I feel like it is a very, very selected few. And I know it goes along with the process with certain stuff that people have going on. But you have to understand when you in certain situations, and I'm saying this because I could say this and I could smile when I say this, because I truly feel that once you go to and you get to certain levels of healing and you go through certain levels and situations, you begin to with the mind expansion, you get to see stuff for what it truly and what it really is. And you realize, in certain situations, people, they'll say and they can do different things, but when it comes down to it all, nobody is entitled to anything that a person chooses to do for you or chooses to do. It's a choice. So you can't expect, well, you can expect it, but that don't mean you gonna necessarily get it, because and then that's why we have so many breakdowns in relationships, or we have relationships where people feel the need to buy the other person. They feel the need to come in and want to I got to buy this, or I got to get this person that, or because somebody else see it now, that's the trend now, that's what they feel like they have to do it. And then when they can't do it, you have people that's dealing with the whatever, what I'm saying, they have the mental things going on. You have people that's denying themselves. You have a person that start questioning themselves about for something that's materialistic, and that which trips me out, because like I'm not a materialistic person. I'm a person that, what I'm saying, I need money to survive, yes. But if I could survive and know that everything is okay for me, I don't give a damn about money. Like, I don't care about that, because you can't take it with you when you die. You real deal can't. You can't do nothing with it when you're gone. All it does is cause a bunch of hell and havoc for people that are left behind, that's arguing about some money that they didn't work for. So at the end of the day, it's just real toxic. It's like a bunch of stuff going on. So me personally, I'm not into all that. So if somebody do something for me, cool. If you don't, cool. But too many people have come to, money does run the world. It really do. Listen, it does. In every situation, it's, and they can have it. I'm good. I like to be it just be too much going on. But back to you, Mr. Show. I personally feel, excuse me, this turmeric and ginger is doing some stuff. It's a little heat. But I feel that no one should be expected to do anything in a relationship. And I also feel that when it comes down to it, that people rely too much on what can be done for them. And that is the problem, because it always has a materialistic base on it, and nobody is looking at, well, what can you do for me spiritually? Where can you take me for further than that? So I think that is the problem, and why so many people think that you could be bought, because there's nothing else left. If you don't have a spiritual connection and everything is materialistic, what else is there left to do?
That is true, because if we can't hold a conversation just based off nothing, then what are we here for? Like, what are we here for? After the sex is gone, after the going out to eat is gone, after all of the, other activities and stuff is gone, what are we sitting around doing now? when we're are like, what are we doing? Are we
It's
planning?
true.
Are we having conversations? Like, can we still have fun with each other and nothing and talk about absolutely nothing? And I don't mean nothing as in sit in silence. I mean like
Right.
literally anything and everything to where it's really not a subject. It's just conversation.
That
Um
emotional intelligence that we talk about.
so yeah, that is important. If we can't sit around and just and have a conversation just to be having conversation, then like what is the point? Like I don't want to sit here in silence with you all the time, and then I'm not gonna be turned on or want to be bothered with you in other ways, even dates, if I can't even connect with you on other levels when it comes to having conversation.
It is true. Y'all know how I feel. Like y'all already know how I be feeling. But I seen another question, and with you being here, we gonna ask this question. Mr. Walter, you out here, Mr. Show out, you on here. Not sure. I know it's a whole lot of people, but so I seen it's another post going around again, and they bringing the question back, and we in 2025. In 2025, married or single, no in between. What is your views?
What do you mean no in between?
Okay, so again, it's been brought up. I know I've seen a lot of times when they talk about the whole if you are dating girlfriend, boyfriend, and you're not married, you're single. You're considered single. So for biofacial, what you think?
I agree with that to a certain extent. I agree
Okay.
with it as far as whatever it is, the understanding that you have with that person. Because at the end of the day, dating means just that, it's dating. You have the right to see other people. So until we come to an understanding that it's just me and you, I have the right to entertain other people. Now on an intimate level, I would hope that each individual respects themselves enough not to be sleeping with everybody that they're dating. But
Right.
when you're dating, that's what you're doing. You are entertaining multiple people, whether that be going out, whether that be conversation, hanging out, things of that nature. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're having any type of sexual
Mm-hmm.
encounters, but it does mean that, hey, I am out here trying to see what else is going on.
Right. Okay. So, and I understand that, but the reason why it's being brought back up as a topic, and it's more for legal issues and other things. Now, the whole topic with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna is in the news right now with him going to court. While they're in the courtroom, the judge is questioning: are they married? Are they girlfriend? So then they made the statement that they're common law girlfriend, common law husband and wife because they have kids together. Okay, the judge stopped it right there, which left me at the place that again I go to the comments to see, you know what I'm saying, what all everybody is saying, what they feel is about to take place, and it made a lot of sense to me. Which, you know what I'm saying, I never really thought about it in that light. Once they start saying that, it goes just like if somebody was to die when all of that stuff goes on.
You get
If you
nothing.
are dating a person, right, and
You
in
get
the
nothing.
system, you can testify against your partner. Common law, all that good stuff. It means absolutely nothing that you're around here saying I'm his girlfriend, he's my boyfriend, because that's not my husband and that's not my wife. So if something goes on, they can have you testify against your girlfriend and they can have you testify against your boyfriend. Just know that. So that was why somebody asked me, what do I feel? Yeah. So Mr. Raymond says, my girlfriend has no friends. Literally she just don't trust females. Is it my job to be her girlfriend just because she don't have friends? I'm tired of shopping and gossiping, but I love her. Okay, so first of all, we need okay. I'm not no
Well,
doctor, but why does she not have why can't she trust any female? And so we've been married. Show out, do some work. Anyways, what? Just leave me alone. So first of all, my question is to her: why does she have these trust issues that are so bad, and why is it that every female that she goes around she can't trust? Because I'm just being, I ask anybody that if every time you go around somebody, your situation change, if all that, and you still having the same problem, then you need to stop and evaluate yourself. If the problem, if you have that same problem everywhere that you go or every time you get around some people, then it's time for you to step back and reevaluate your situation, why you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to be a reason why she feel that she can't trust females. Now, don't get me wrong, because females, listen, we some creatures. Listen, and I understand, because when it come down to it, I come from a whole plethora of sisters. I don't really have like a whole lot of friends, but I do have a lot of sisters, and I know women do some crazy. I know men do some stuff too, but I know women do some like all that stuff. So, and I know for a long time I did not like to be around females. I would be around men more, and men seem, to understand me more, because I guess I, what I'm saying, would compensate and relate to them a little bit more. That could be what it is, but we need to understand why she feels that she can't have no friends. No, let's see, honestly, we have money and she is bougie as hell, but I am too. But that doesn't mean I have to be her girlfriend. It sucks. And that's true. It's absolutely true. But in this society and in this day and age, there are groups, there are places that let's say Scratch Line News, sis, what's up? Finally caught the light. And hello and welcome. I feel like when it comes to situations like that, it's enough groups and there's enough sources and different things that she could be done found somebody else to be around or to link up with or to go out and do stuff with. Go ahead.
I feel like there's a misconception of just because you're around females or in female groups doing certain things with females, brunches, concerts, whatever it is that you guys decide to do, that means that you have to speak on all your business and gossip. That's not what that means. There is plenty other conversation that I have with women that are in my presence and we are doing certain things other than my business, other than their business, other than other people's business. Like there's ideas, there's what's going on in the world. There's a whole bunch of other conversations that I've had. There's business things we speak about. So much more conversation that we have to where I can be around them in social settings and be comfortable and still not have to be like, oh, I can't go because I don't want to trust nobody with me. No, I'm driving my own car, so I meet y'all there. The conversation that we have is not personal related on either side. And we are all grown enough to know our limits when we do certain things and when it's time to exit the building because somebody's on something you're not on. So therefore, I feel like that people need to look at it from that perspective versus, oh, I just don't want to be around females because I can't trust them. No, I do. A lot of females are shady, but stop having conversations with them for them to be able to be shady with you. Stop telling your business for them to be able to repeat it. Stop being too vulnerable to them before you guys go through anything, before you know them personally, before you know their traits and everything like that, for them to be able to backstab you, betray you, and anything else. Stop letting them in your home so easily. Stop letting them around your kids and your man so easily. It's steps, just like there's steps that you want somebody you're dating to take before you open up all the way to them. That's the same way you should treat friendships as well. It's steps and levels to what we got to go through and be before I'm just going to let you all in to know everything and everything.
Right. Now I do have a question. When he said, and I want to know, when you say you bougie, what does that mean? Like that she bougie. So does it mean that she's like a stuck-up person, or she's a person that feels that she's entitled? So is that why she can't trust other females around her? Because I know, like, for me, I'm not finna sit here and say I got like all this money, but I go where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I could sit in a room and entertain myself with millionaires and billionaires, or I can go sit in the projects and play dominoes. Like, I mean, so I need to understand I can have conversations with the so-called bougie and I can have conversations with the broke. But I want to know, like, what is it about her? Because if you say she bougie, y'all got money. And you have to make it make sense when it comes to Auntie. Like, I'm just being funny. I'm not picking on nobody. I want to know, like, what is it that she's trying to do, and what is the group of people that she is trying to entertain? Like, is it a group of people that she normally hangs around, or is it that she's trying to break into like this newfound money or something? Like, she new to the money, because shopping and stuff is easy to do and to go. And let's see, she is an actress in Hollywood. Can't say the show. Okay. But we are well off. But she wants to sit on the couch and talk girl shit. I say get some girlfriends, and then she. Okay, that make a little bit more sense. So she a Hollywood actress, so she don't know who to trust. Okay, that make a little bit more sense to me.
It still goes back to what I said. She don't have to tell all her business. You
Right.
could go shopping, and you could go to brunch and tea time and 2-for-1 time, and not talk all your business, and not get in somebody's car and ride with them, not have them in your car riding with you. You can still be around other people and talk without doing the extra to where you feel like you're giving too much.
Right. Well, I don't know. Tell her she could call me. We'll talk about it. I'll teach her how to do some online shopping. And then we can go in there and do some little groups and stuff. Then she ain't really got to do it. We can talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get her out the house. And because that sounds like that's really become something that's toxic. Because if you already getting tired of the shopping and the being the girlfriend, pretty soon it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to be bumping heads because you're going to be knowing too much. Or not enough. It's just gonna be that don't sound good. I need her to do something with that. I need her to make that make sense for me. I understand we in Hollywood. I understand all that glammed and glammed up, but there are some real people out there. She got to use her discernment, be able to make some sound decisions when she's going out there. Just like when she go out there and pick up that bird bag, baby, that decision, that when you had to sit there and just go through that to figure out what you wanted. He can only give his opinion, but it's not the girlfriend type of opinion. Who the girlfriend? He can only give his opinion, but it's not the girl. That's true. But and he could tell her stuff, but that's what I'm saying. That's why she need to go ahead and get her some friends, because he is going to speak from a male's perspective when they're having that conversation, and she's going to expect him to respond and answer the way she want him to answer, or expect her girlfriends to answer those questions. That's why I'm saying she need to go out there and find her a group, a organization. She need to go out there and find her something to do.
First of all, I don't know, and maybe this is just the men that I'm around. Too many men that I can sit around and gossip, so to speak, with them. They don't want to hear that.
Right.
They ain't got time for that. They ain't finna entertain it. And technically, if you tell me too much of your girlfriend business, I'm probably gonna tell you don't be around her, because I don't like what she got going on in the first place.
And that's where we was going with this. So Raymond, yeah. She better find her some friends. She finna cause some problems.
So we're not gonna divulge too much to him when it comes to other people's business as my man. I'm not gonna pillow talk my friend's business to my man, because I don't have time for his opinions when he don't really know her. And now I want to go somewhere with her, and he like, well, wasn't she just home 2 days ago? Like, where you going? Like, we not
listen, and
we're not gonna do this.
You speaking facts, because I know, like, for me, I go to certain people when I'm going through it with, and he know it ain't no secret, but it's only when it be done, it got to be so much that I would go have those conversations with. And then I also learned that I had to minimalize certain stuff that I said to certain people when it came to my relationships with whoever they was, because people do hold on to certain stuff and information that they know that you done told them. And we had an incident that was going on with us like that, and I had to understand, I had to learn, step back, get your mouth off of that, let them, that's what that is, because I can't, judge or look at a person, different. Y'all got to excuse my yawn. They got me working 5 a.m. shifts, and I'm like so tired. But yeah, so it's like when you know too much, then it's, and that go for anybody, not just in a relationship. Whenever, you know, and I have a habit sometimes, if I get over something be too much to me, yeah, I will call somebody and dump it all on them. There's no means to be doing that, to be, but at that point I don't know what else to do. But I can only do that with certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I got a whole bunch of people to do that to. And from the sounds of what Raymond them got going on, that's not gonna be good, because that's gonna sound like that's gonna start bumping heads with too much time, especially in a situation where you don't even know how to address her and help her out with that, because that's not what's expected of you. You don't have a sister, or like no sister. But then, I mean, or somebody like she can go
with
hang
his
with.
sister, I have this saying always
By the
that
family. Oh yeah.
the in-laws is not your family and they is not your friends. You still have to, I don't care how cool you are with the in-laws, you still have to have boundaries and watch what you say, how you say, the conversation you have, and what you do around
That's
them too.
true.
Because at the end of the day, that's their family, not yours.
That's true.
So when it comes down to it, whatever said, done, heard, seen, and everything else, when it comes to you, it might be like, oh, it's okay, da da da. Or it might not nothing be said at all. It's just a note in the back of the head. But at the end of the day, there's going to be conversation, or it's going to be something said to where it's be like, nah, that ain't it, because this, and this, and this.
Oh God. Okay, so all right, Raymond. It says I'm having a hard time dividing my time with my friends and being her friend. Oh no, my sisters can't stand her. Oh my Lord. Okay,
so it sounds like she the problem.
Yeah, I was listening. Raymond, make it make sense, baby.
It sounds like she's the problem.
Can't have no friends. Your sisters can't stand her. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm a sister. Okay, Auntie, I am a sister. I am that sister, and they told you I'm that sister that hold my brothers accountable. Now, don't get it twisted. I hold females accountable, and for that too. I'm not gonna say that I'm not the friendly type, because I love all of them. Whoever they bring, that's your business. But I'm gonna get you right. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make it make sense when it come down to it. But if it get to a place where it's my brothers or sisters are in a relationship with somebody that I can't stand, and nobody can stand them, I'm trying to think, do I have any of those? We done had a couple. Yeah, my brother done brought a couple of those home. But even in doing so, it got to be something with her. Everybody is not doing, she not going into different settings and different rooms, and everybody is choosing to bully her. It's something about her. It's something about her character. It's something about her that she got going on. And then the fact that she would want you to divide your time with your friends. It sounds to me like it's a manipulative. Okay, Raymond, getting rid of her is not an option. I am pretty bougie too, but my friends accept me, so that's on her. And my world just doesn't make sense. That's why I tuned into this show off of Google search. Listen, and I'm telling you, we're going to make it make sense, because at the end of the day, if you and her are in a space where it's not an option for her to be gone, then that means that you're making a decision to choose her over your friends, her over your family. So that's a decision that you're making. So anything that goes along with that decision that you're making, because you stated that, oh, it's not an option. So then you have to be comfortable with shopping. You need to get comfortable with those girl conversations. You need to be comfortable with spending a whole lot of time with her, because apparently every relationship around her, she is not capable of having. And the bridges that you form, she is finna start breaking them down for you, because if your family can't stand her, and then if she separates you from your friends, it's just gonna be you and her. So you're going to have to be comfortable with it. It's going, I mean, because at the end of the day, like you said, there's not an option for her to leave. Why isn't it on her to find better friends? But that's the thing, though. I just don't have time for that shit. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, you said you accepted that. You said that you was down for that. Her friends have already told her they not finna put up with her shit. They're not doing that. They don't have a reason to do that. So therefore, they're not going to do that. Your friends are not going to put up with her because that's what you decide to do. Hence why
But
y'all are bumping this shoe.
so
Go ahead.
when you say it's up to her to find better friends, it sounds like them friends found a better friend because she is the common denominator of everybody moving away. So it's up to her to figure out what's within her that makes people go the other way.
Right. And until y'all address that, y'all gonna be together. So y'all y'all can find y'all some 2025 movies, some TV shows, because that right there is not practical. In 2025, and I see a lot of it, I see a lot of the entitlement that is going on where people feel like other people have to accept them and their ways for whatever reasons. That is nobody has to do that. Nobody has to accept an adult who makes an adult decision, who makes grown-up decisions that go out in a public space and don't know how to act or interact with adults. I mean, we taught that as children. When you're a child, you are taught how to respond and how to behave when you are around other people. So
And
the fact that we grown, go ahead.
And being that you keep saying she wants you to respond a certain way when she tells you certain things, that means to me, I hear control problem. I hear entitlement. I hear not wanting to take accountability. So it sounds like people who have tried to befriend her before have tried to tell her about herself and what they're not going to accept and how she needs to move in certain ways and speak in certain ways. And she refuses to take that constructive criticism, look in the mirror, and adjust accordingly. And instead, she says everybody else is the problem, so I'll just sit home with you and you have to deal with it. And like Auntie said, you have chosen to deal with it because you said leaving her is not an option.
Showout says you have time to make things right. If you truly love her, you will find a way to get through it. Happy wife, happy life. No, I don't agree with that. Happy wife, happy life. I agree with happy spouse, happy house. But I understand, but I do understand what you're saying. With this, there's not really, honestly, it's nothing to get through. And I mean, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just gonna say this: when you have people that this, a lot of time they are dealing with issues within themselves. It's a lot of self-love stuff that's going on. They can't deal with themselves, so. And when they're being forced to have to deal with themselves, it becomes too much for them. I understand she in Hollywood and she in these places, but I know a lot of unhappy people live amongst stars and celebrities, and I mean, a lot of unhappy people live around amongst us ourselves. But when it gets to a space that you can't be happy alone, when you can't just get up and go shopping by yourself, that you have to require somebody to be there, it's okay for you to want somebody to be in your presence. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to have somebody in your space that you can trust, that you can love. Y'all can do those types of things together. But it should never come to a time where it feels like it has to be done. Like that, it's a requirement. Even in a marriage, it should never have to feel like, oh, this is what you have to do. It should always be that you're doing it because of love. It say, I agree with Auntie. It's not happy wife, it's happy us. Why would I make this motherfucker happy when I'm miserable? I have to be happy too. And I 100% agree
with that.
I agree with that. I'm so 10 toes down. But the thing is, most people do not know how to accept that. And when you coming from a hurt space, and I hear that, and I'm telling you this, Raymond, when people have been hurt, and when people have, for whatever reasons, and when people have an issue with accepting themselves, then it has a tendency to go out to other people. The things that we can't accept ourselves, we expect other people to accept that. And because certain people in our lives enable us, or allow us to think that that's okay, we expect everybody to feel that that is okay. And it's not okay. I'm not finna sit here and sugarcoat that with you. I'm not finna make you think that that's okay. I'm not finna sit here and pretend. I hope that you come back next week to listen to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. I hope you take something from this. I hope you get her to tune in and listen. But what she has going on, that cannot be a happy and productive person. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that it's too much requirement on other people on the outside to fulfill voids that she should be doing herself. Because if she can't get up and go shopping without needing somebody, or it's to the point that women love to shop. Women love shopping. So if she can't even find people that want to deal with her to go shop, it's something that's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? If she can't find people that want to hear what she got going on, I understand some people, you know what I'm saying, will get into it and she might go out and, like, you know, Rena said earlier, there are people that will go out there and it's certain stuff that she may say. How do she make people feel when she is around them? I notice y'all keep saying y'all bougie, so do y'all make people feel that they're less than y'all because y'all have money? Or is it that people can't stomach her because your sisters and them don't like her? So apparently it has to be something that's more than money, because I'm not thinking that your sisters need her to buy them anything. So it has to be the person. So that means she need to come see Auntie and do this self-love with Auntie, baby. She need to come step in over here. And then she'll see, baby, that when that's shopping and when she want to go do stuff, she'll be able to embrace the alone time. She will understand. Listen, it's something, and that's another thing. When people don't know how to be by themselves, then it's everybody else's problem. She need to learn she need to call Auntie. Yeah, she need to tap in. She need to reach out to Auntie, Make It Make Sense with Auntie.com. She can email me at Lemons Make It Make Sense. She can call me at my phone number, because we need to get her at a space where she can be happy by herself and not depending on needing people around her to go and do things. Because once that happens, you can go with your homeboys, baby. You could go to the moon and back. And baby, she is not going to be worried about that. But we have to address whatever the issues within her that make her feel that, first of all, we got to address whatever issues within her that have her reaching out for others. Go ahead.
So also, if you need assistance, because I am a life coach as well, on trying to figure out why it's so important for you to cater to her brokenness, because that means there's something that you also need to work on as well, instead of being upfront and honest with her about herself, please reach out as well.
We don't need to be by ourselves. We have money. So potential friends come every day. Baby, listen. Before I leave this show today, let me tell you something, Mr. Raymond. The fact that you keep speaking highly of your money don't mean absolutely nothing to nobody. If you look at if you're sitting there watching the news and watching what's going on, people are losing their lives and their livelihood every single day. $1 cannot buy that. It cannot. I don't care how much money that you have. Friends that come around because you have money are not your friends. Them not your friends. Those are not potential friends nowhere around it. You and her both, y'all, listen. I don't know why money is so important to you, because Auntie, that's not important to me like that. I work every day. I feel that I give to everybody. I give. You crazy as hell. I could buy whatever I want and people want to be around me. Get that right. No, I'm not crazy as hell. I'm insane. I'm Auntie. This is my show. And I'm telling you, the fact that you have to have money for people to want to be around you, that ain't nothing to be bragging about. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I love that for you. I love that for y'all, which goes back to my statement that you're happy with her needing you and you're happy with her being needy. And so the fact of you asking me a question that you really didn't want to answer to, you wanted to showboat that you have money. I'm happy for you and your money. But when she blows through the money and there's nothing else left there for you to, because the money is gone because of your friends and all that, you still have to address the person that had the money or has the money. Because you can go in the store and buy stuff all day long, but you can't buy emotions. You can't buy feelings, and you can't truly buy friends. You can buy people that want to benefit from you. They're not a benefit to you. Yeah, you can do all that. I'm far from crazy, but I know I'm telling you this here. I'm very far from crazy. But I know one thing about it and two things for sure. Money will never be an issue when it comes to me in a relationship with anybody. It has absolutely nothing, because I'm a person that is a healed individual that could be by myself. I don't need friends. I don't need nobody to sit and talk to about the problems that we have, because your money cannot buy me happiness. Apparently, your money can't buy you happiness, because you and her, you're getting upset because you have to spend time with somebody that you love. So therefore, you having money lets me know. Amen. That's it. That's all. Listen, so that tells you right there that we're from speaking from two different places, because you have money. You're happy, but I'm smiling. You're upset because you have to spend time with the person that you say that you love with your money. I'm chilling. So you say I will buy your show and the station tomorrow and pay you both to be her friend. That would only work if I was your wife, boo. I'm not for sale. Not for you or anybody else. I could never be a sellout. You ain't buying me.
Pay me to be her friend. You could pay me to be her life coach.
I said you can't pay me her friend.
Yeah, I could send you the link for you to set up a session for her. But you're not going to pay me to be anybody's friend. And I don't care what you buy.
That's hilarious. That was cute. That's adorable. That's why you asking those types of questions, baby. Everybody can't be bought. Just the people in your circle. That's why I don't have circles. I have a dot, boo. Tighten up, because I'm here for that. Like, I'm here for that. Don't you ever come here talking about what you're about. You can never buy me. I can't be sold, hence why I wasn't born doing slavery. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Talking about you buy my show. No, buy your baby, buy your boo, go buy her breast and buy all that other stuff that y'all got going on over there. But every female is not for sale. Every woman, that's not how that plays out. That's not how they do that. But I hope that you and her, I hope y'all end up making it make sense. I hope that y'all find people that surround y'all that want to benefit y'all and are not just trying to benefit from y'all. Before we leave out, let me go ahead and show out over at Smooth Transitions, graduation designs, 3D shirts, yard signs, graduation party packages, and Valentine's Day baskets and gifts are brought to you by Smooth Transitions and Media Group. Yes, we will be doing gift baskets for the holidays. Valentine's Day coming up. I am trying to put together an event in Tampa for Valentine's Day, so y'all stay tuned and look out for that. Before we leave here, Ms. Rena, you got anything you want to say?
No, just a reminder to everybody to take time to practice self-love and gratitude. If for any reason you do not know how to find those steps, you can reach out to one of us, because again, yes, to answer your question, we are the boss.
That man say, who the boss? Right here.
Enjoy. Peace, love, and light to all.
Right. Make it make sense when I say I can't be bought, boo-boo. I own this. I own this. I own me. I own the rights to make it make sense with Auntie, baby, because I'm Auntie, boo. I cannot be bought. Thank you. So yes, that there, I'm not that chick. I don't care how many zeros you got behind it. Absolutely not one of them. I cannot be bought.
That's what's wrong with Hollywood. Everybody can be bought in there.
Well, listen, y'all, this has been real. Thank you to Mr. Raymond. Baby, that was the entertainment I needed for the night. But y'all make sure that y'all tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Make It Make Sense with Auntie, my show where I am the host and CEO. Thank you, babies. Listen, to all my listeners that tuned in tonight, to everybody around the world, to Raymond, to Hollywood, where I cannot be bought. This is Make It Make Sense with Auntie. You can be a sponsor. You can be one of the sponsors. You can definitely do that. You can be a sponsor. That's nothing. That's what a business does. You can be one of the sponsors. You definitely can be one of my sponsors. But don't just get on my show and talk about it. Actually send some money. Send a check. Anyways, if you would like to be a sponsor, y'all go ahead and send it over to Cash App, Auntie 79. Go ahead and send that over to Mr. Raymond. See if your money actually spends like you talk. Make sure y'all tune in next Thursday. Make it make sense with Auntie, 5 p.m. I am Auntie. I will see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Baby can be bought too. Not Auntie, not never. Baby.